sfiat ma fi ketiri ya kwani. Malumu sfiat ma fi ketiri mami. Hotelat marabatali modelat jau besketi. Hotelat marabatali modelat jau besketi. Finas tanin kanindu wajaras bijere bara village. Finas tanin kanindu wajaras bijere bara village. Miskin alayan maindu gurusu biligoi lach kefin. Miskin alayan maindu gurusu biligoi lach kefin. Chulubia kwana taban makalauta musesfia. Eletan ina taban makalauta musesfia. Kanita roino halatayan in village nesia mafi. Kanita roino halatayan in village nesia mafi. Ayana mabi katulubi jakatulu mesiki. Ayana mabi katulubi jakatulu mesiki. Deyatu mushkil al-bigasit nina fabinu musheshfa. Deyatu mushkil al-bigasit nina fabinu musheshfa. Musheshfa shawari madaris mofrut bamolo. Musheshfa shawari madaris mofrut bamolo. Munu bikeli, munu biwonusu. Munu bi asalu, munu biwonusu. Masakin bikore, winu muses fiat alinesia. Masakin bikore, winu muses fiat alinesia. Munu bijasaidu anina ile rabuna yawe. Munu bijasaidu anina ile rabuna yawe. Chilubia kwana taban makalauta musesfia. Eletan ina taban makalauta musesfia. Kanita.
Francis, please don't call me because I'm in the middle of the thing.
Kelini na feki le muatini tanina. Kelini na feki le muatini tanina. Asande musulia tanina ya kwani. Asande musulia tanina ya kwani. Ashande wofiru kulu hayale muatinin. Ashande wofiru kulu hayale muatinin. Bele biraba kan muatinin murtahin. Bele biraba kan muatinin murtahin. Chilubia kwana taban makalauta musesfia. Bele tanina taban makalauta musesfia. Kanita roino halatayan in village nesia mafi. Kanita roino halatayan in village nesia mafi. Ayanan mabi katulubi jakatulu mesiki. Ayanan mabi katulubi jakatulu mesiki.
All right, good morning, good afternoon, viewers of Concerned Citizen of South Sudan. Today is Thursday. It's not a day that we do our show, but actually I was going to conduct this pool with the show tomorrow. But it appears it will not go through, and that's why actually I made it separate to conduct this show pool today. And you can see there the question actually is very simple question. And I was inspired by the question that actually we had last week, the polling that we had last week. And I see there is a need, for us, to keep doing this, because people actually, they are engaged more and they wanted to know more. So that question actually is very, very simple. You see here, considering the election in 2021, would you agree or disagree for both President Salva Kiir Mayardit and Dr. Riek Machar to run for the presidency or to be in the ballot box in 2021? It's a very simple question. If you agree, just say I agree. If you disagree, say I disagree, because we wanted to know, the public opinion. We know what people think about those two leaders, right? So it's not something bad. It's to exercise your right to exercise the democratic way. Some people actually are wondering, are saying that why Jongkor keep asking this question, and we are not in election yet. Yes, we are not in election yet, but we wanted to do some kind of practice, when it comes to democracy. We want to learn how to do them. That's why we keep asking this question. And please, I want you to participate. It's not going to take that long. At least maybe we will do only 1 hour, and then we call it off, because tomorrow actually we are going to have a very credible interview with Mayan Dengdit, the former, director of legislation in South Sudan National Legislative Assembly, and also the former spokesperson of First Vice President Wani Iga. So tomorrow, 9 p.m. Juba time, we are going to have that interview, and we are going to have more people, coming to our show and interacting together. But first, I want you to answer this question. Just go ahead. We want to see the public opinion of the people. What people think actually, if the election is going to take place, we don't know, but we want, at least, we want to do our best here and participate in this polling. Just please go ahead and vote. And if you wanted to make a comment, you want just to say something, I am more than welcome, to bring you and I can hear your comment. But keep in mind, this show is going to last only 1 hour, because the 4 hours is usual. We know it is always Fridays. All right. So let's move forward. James say here, we don't have what? We don't have called election. Are you trying to say that we don't have something called election? Well, we might. Who knows? We cannot predict. We don't know what's going to happen. We might have it. We might not have it. But I'm just asking a question, a straightforward question, considering the election in 2021, because that's what is stipulated on the RCS, the peace agreement, say that after the interim period of 3 years, we are likely to have an election. Okay, let's go ahead and be optimistic about that. But I want you to vote, because we have different opinion actually. Like I said, last time when I put President Kiir against Riek Machar on election, we have third opinion. We have some third opinion on that. Some people voted for him, for Dr. Riek Machar. Some people voted for President Kiir. But we have third opinion. And because we have that third opinion, that's why we came up with this question, because we wanted to see actually the third opinion of the people of South Sudan. So please vote. If you don't want to vote, that's up to you. But if you want to make a comment as well, you are more than welcome. I can bring you here and we move on. It's just 1 hour, like I said. 1 hour, and we will call it off. And tomorrow we have a very big day. We're going to have that show tomorrow. So let me go ahead and see if I have some kind of wonderful song. I can play that one. And move on. All right. So please go ahead and vote. Actually, that's not the one. I'll be changing song, whatever song comes. But I want you to vote. Let's go ahead and vote, Jama. Exercise, practice, exercise, right? All right. So, all right, let's see what's gonna happen. It's 1 hour, like I said. distract people voting, but I'm gonna go ahead and call a couple of people who wanted to make a point here. I don't know. All right, Lord John, I see you. You requested. What's up?
Hello, Jongkor. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, okay. I just wanted to greet your audience. My name is Dolarjin, the leader of the UPSS, the Union,
All right.
newly created party.
Okay.
And I actually wanted to start with first, maybe if you can put my name on there, because I will.
Put who there? Yeah, it looked like your network has some issue there, Lord John. So somebody call you, it looked like. Go ahead and vote. I want you to vote. Exercise your vote. Considering the election in 2021, would you agree or disagree for President Salva Kiir and Dr. Riek Machar to run for the presidency or to vote, please? All right. It looked like Lord John has some issue. We cannot get him. Let me move ahead here and do some other stuff. And we move on. Okay. Just 2 minutes, Ajama. 2 minutes. That's all there is. 2 minutes. Yes, John, are you in?
Yes.
How are you?
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much, Jongkor, for your concerns and what you're doing.
Thank
It's
you,
an
sir.
amazing.
Thank you. So I thought
Yes.
it's a good idea because last week actually I have that pool between President Kiir, Riek Machar, President Kiir, and others with the with the Pagana Mom also, and you guys have seen the results. But people actually were asking for third opinion. You know, some people they were not interested for either of them. And that's why I have to come up with this question, what they think actually, you know. That's why we asked this question, considering the election in 2021. Would you agree or disagree for both President Salva Kiir and Dr. Riek Machar to run for the presidency or to be in ballot box on 2021? So what is your opinion on that?
That's a good question, and it's good for us to.
Okay.
Yes, it's good for us to get prepared from the beginning. First of all, according to my opinions, currently people are not thinking of who to be elected and who not to be elected. So people are now actually waiting still for the implementation of the peace agreement.
But listen.
And if it is,
Listen. You missed the point here. I said it from the beginning. This is not a real election. This is the practice of democracy. We never had this thing before. So now we are putting question for public opinion. You don't suppress the question. When people are asking question, what would happen? You don't suppress the question. You cannot tell people not to ask the question. Yes, I know we are moving toward the implementation of peace agreement, but we still have to ask questions. The idea that people are trying, you know, to press question, it's not acceptable. Okay, go ahead.
thank you so much. I'm not trying to stop people asking questions and something like that. But currently, South Sudanese, I was in Juba, I attended the celebration.
Okay.
Currently, the major concerns of the people is that the implementation of this peace agreement be done. Secondly, when we talk of the elections, it has also a certain kind of step procedures that can be done first so that people prepare for the election. And then for the SPLM party, there is something we know that, the Arusha Peace Agreement. First of all, the party need to be, reunified. They need to make a reconciliation. They need to do all those kind of process. Then census after census, then maybe the election. So for me,
correct,
without the preparations of all those procedures and people just rush for the elections, I think it will be very, very, very hard for the people to you know, yeah, to elect, you know, I mean, these two peoples, by the way.
To go for election.
But,
Yes, I can see your concern here. For myself, as a concerned citizen of South Sudan, the most important to me right now, yes, you said implementation of peace agreement, but I still have to ask the question. So if SPLM party is going to unify or is not going to unify, that's up to them. It's not up to me. But as an average citizen has a question. And they have a question toward the president. They have a question toward the, the vice president, the potential vice president. The citizen, they have question. And this question, actually, who is going to ask them? Is me or you or others. So we cannot ignore the question. We have to ask the question whether the SPLM is going to unite, whether other parties are going to unite, whether they are going to restructure their own parties to run for election or not. But there is a question there on people's mind. I have to ask this question. And I hope people are not going to move toward dictatorial, mindset to press the questions, not to come out from the people. So thank you, my brother, for coming on, and airing your opinion.
Wait, just let me put this point.
Go ahead.
There is the high, there is a greater fear in the hearts of the people if Riek and Salva Kiir are going to stand again for the election. And that kind of fear is because they have seen the struggle since 2013 and 2016, you see? And the struggle of, the SPLM party, their struggling is not a tribalistic, as people are saying, but it is a power struggle. If they still have the ambitions of being elected again, and nobody is going to just step down for one another, it's still, we are still going back to square one, and something like that. So for me, my concern is first the reconciliation, first the implementation of peace agreement, first the national dialogue, first the reunification of the SPLM party. After all those things, and then people see the signs, of, okay, let me again also try to put these things. Like, for example, some people now in the refugee camps, you see, they need to be first, convinced, be brought back to go to their places. First of all, also they need to settle. There are a lot of things to do with election. So election does not come like that. And if it comes like that, it is not an election. It is just a matter of just making a blindfolding or just something like that, you can say. But for me,
thank you.
For me, I don't think election will go in 2021.
Okay. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much for coming and joining us and airing your perspective as well. Let me go ahead and see Urukas. As I said from the beginning, my dear brothers and sisters, we ask those questions. It is not my obligation for SPLM party to unite or SAB or SSPM or whatever, party in South Sudan. It's their obligation to get their thing together. But there is a question, asked by average person. There is a question asked by average person, question that they are wonder, okay? And that's why we are asking this question. We wanted to make sure what they think. Yes, it is right. Like you said, my brother Adam, it is right for them to be in the ballot. I am not saying that it is not right for them. It is right for anyone that wanted to run for election to be in the ballot box. But we need to seek the opinion of the people that they are going to rule. We want to know from the people. So public opinion tend to shape things. And that's why we are asking those questions. So let me go ahead and bring you in, those who are requested. I know that we're not going to have a lot of time. It's going to be just a few. And yeah, we will call it up very soon. So, Lorjan is back. Lorjan, I'm calling you. Trying to get, is your network working fine now?
Yeah, I think now my network is working right now.
Okay, go ahead really quick in 2 minutes because we don't have time. I'm just doing this really
yeah
quick.
Yeah, Jongkor, first of all, I just wanted to greet everybody, your audience. My name is Dalarjin Dormubim from Tiu, and I am the leader of the UPSS, the Union Party of South Sudan.
Okay.
Jongkor, first of all, I would like you to, actually, your questions, they are very good, but I would like you to not leave out to be fair enough. Don't leave out the people who are inspiring the South Sudanese and with new ideas like my party and myself, because I will be in the ballot 2021.
Well, I don't know about you. I don't know about you, right? Those people, I did not just put party here. I put individuals who came out, who show their interest, who have been fighting, you know, to rule the country. But I don't know you, Darjal, and I don't know what is your program, you know. So I'm asking this question. Actually, I want to get your opinion as well. All right.
Yeah. Very good. I will. You don't know about me now. You know me, but I will be running in 2021. I will be running for presidency in South Sudan. Okay, and first of all, you know, these two guys, I will challenge these two guys, and I believe our people, they are not going to vote for him. Even if you run, you will see the result. They will not vote for him. First of all, you know, both of them are dictators. Our South Sudanese, they don't like dictatorship anymore. They dictate people. They introduce anarchy, family system, tribal system. So these are things that our people don't like. Because if you see Selpa now has introduced the Young Council of Elders, Riek Machar has introduced his own family. So this is a dictator, anarchy.
Okay.
One political party.
Thank you.
Nobody. I don't think.
Thank you.
I don't think people will vote for him.
We are not talking about them today. We are not criticizing them today. We are asking questions, and I'm expecting actually people to vote. So today, I'm not criticizing anyone. I'm not criticizing Riek. I'm not criticizing Kiir, but we are seeking public opinion. That's what we are doing today. So thank you for coming on, my brother. And now I know that you have a party, but you need to start campaigning though, and bring your platform, your program. What are you going to do? Okay, so people can know you. All right, thank you. Okay, let's continue, Jama. Titani, Fizul Tani, number request. Shanajibu, Yatap. Keep voting, ya Jama. Keep voting. Hello.
Hello, Jongkor.
Hey, how are you? 2 minutes, Yatap, because this is a session for vote, actually. This session is for vote today. So our show is tomorrow. But if someone wants to say something really quick in 1 or 2 minutes, I can bring them in. So go ahead.
Okay. How are you doing, my brother?
I am doing great. I'm doing wonderful.
Yeah, what you are doing, we are trying to practice, you know.
Yes.
Some sense of democracy, and in which, if we arrive at the situation where we have to know exactly who to vote for. So I think it's a good question. Thank you, Jongkor, for adding me. I will make my point very quick.
Yes.
Like previous brother that was speaking, that let's say if we are in 2021, we are going to choose a leader between Riek and Kiir. Eventually, public opinion, I believe,
is mattered.
The public opinion matter. But then also the feeling of the people, you know. Let's say from Ajad Asset to 2013, 2016, people know that the two leaders are the factor in which the country came to where it is now. So given those situations, I think our general population would have a hard time, you know, to choose between Riek and Kiir. But they have the right. They have the right, even if I don't vote for Kiir or I don't vote for Riek, they have the right to be on the ballot as a citizen of South Sudan, given that the account of what they brought upon the people of the South Sudan. So ultimately, very much people will choose, will have the right to choose between Riek and Kiir. But if you ask my opinion, but should Riek and Kiir be in the ballot? My answer is no. It's simple, because of the past, and they took the country backward instead of forward. Now, Belet Bitana 10 years now back on track.
Yes.
So we catch up with other people, you know. So why would I have to vote for somebody like that? So I would rather choose a third party if there is third party.
And actually,
That time.
Jatap, that's one of the reasons I brought this question. I see people, they are saying, oh, the election is not yet, why we have to ask question? Well, we have to ask question. Like I said from the beginning, public opinion is matter. They said they are going to implement peace. That's a good thing. Let peace be implemented. But we have to ask people. We have to ask people what they have in their mind, what they think about those two leaders, who got us to this position that we are in today. What do they think? They want them to be in ballot box on 2021, or they don't want? That's why I asked that question. Considering, the election in 2021, would you agree or disagree for both President Salva Kiir and Dr. Riek Machar to run for the presidency or to be in ballot box? So it's very simple. We haven't had any democratic election before. Okay, this is the first time something like that may happen in our country as independent nation, and we need to practice this kind of thing. It's good to practice. I don't know why people are not, are not okay with this. No, like I said,
you absolutely,
suppress the question. If someone asks question, give them an opportunity. Our country got to this mess because people were not allowed to ask questions, to speak out. But when you allow people to speak up, ask question is good. Go ahead.
Yeah, you absolutely, my brother Jongkor, you correct. Look, Ya Jama, Al-Alam is changing, and we have to change with the world. Democracy for South Sudan, for the people. I know our people are still behind, but if we push it harder, like what you are doing, to sensitize an idea of democracy, that will allow the next generation, to exercise the democratic right, so that they embrace the democracy. I think that is the solution for South Sudan. Democracy is the solution for what is going on in South Sudan. When our people are educated, they know the sense of democracy, not just voting for tribal man, person, but voting for ultimately an ingredient of a leader who really can move our country up, later, not just taking country backward. Now, given the two leaders, like I said, Gibel, they have the right as citizen of South Sudan, and they have the right to be on a ballot. But should I vote for them? If you like, I ask my opinion, Gibel, and I go to no. Lano, look, John Kerr, do not forget, Riek and Kiir were one upon a time. Riek was the vice president, Kiir was the president from the 2005 to 2013. Good 8 years. What did they do? There's a question any citizen of South Sudan will do. Now, if they did not do for the last 8 years, good 8 years they were together. Okay? Why would I think now they will do something different in 2021?
That's a good question.
That ultimately, that is, beside the crime and the war they brought upon the people of South Sudan and the sovereign, that is something any citizen who really believes this country should need to move forward, that's the first thing they will learn. If Jongkor was given a chance for 8 years and failed terribly in our will, even to build a tangible, clinic, why would I think Jongkor or Kiir or Salva Kiir or Riek Machar would do something different than in 2020? That ultimate question that people need to put in mind. Beside the crime, I'm not talking about crime, because all our people know, they went through it. They know exactly should they have to vote for Kiir or Riek, given the crime and the suffering they brought upon the people of South Sudan. Ultimately, that will make them to decide a decisive decision in 2021.
Thank you, Jata. Thank you so much. Like I said, we are not going to go ahead, and criticize those guys today. What we want to do, actually, we have a question there, and I hope people, will go ahead, and answer that question. That's what we wanted to know today, because, like I said, we did conduct a poll last week, and actually people voted, and then there was a third opinion, and that's why we came up with this question. We wanted to know more about our people. What do they think about these two leaders? I'm not going to criticize anyone, but the question is right there. So let me go ahead and bring the next question. Oh, sorry. So let me go ahead and bring this person here, and then we move forward. Sunday, I'm calling you.
Hey, brother Jongkor.
Hello. Sunday, how are you? Sunday John.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, brother Jongkor. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. Good to see you. So,
all right.
In 1-2 minutes,
yeah.
What do you want to add?
Well, Jongkor, this is the thing. Like, okay, let's just. This is a great survey that you're doing, and you know, and speaking about democratic process, okay, are these two individuals, you know, can they run for an election in 2021? You know what? For their personal, for their personal, you know, I mean, not for their for the democratic process. Okay. They have the individual right to run for any.
Go ahead. It looked like the network.
That interrupting. Yeah. Now, so the Constitution also gives them the right.
Yeah,
okay,
Sunday.
To run as citizen of South Sudan.
Sunday. If you read question.
They have that right.
Have you read question?
Yeah, they have that right to run as citizens of South Sudan. And who determined? Was that?
Listen, brother. Listen, there is a misunderstanding here. Have you read that question?
Yes, I did. Yes.
So can you repeat the question again? Can you repeat the question? Can you read it again?
In 2021 election.
Yeah, I said considering the election in 2021.
2021, considering, yeah.
Would you agree or disagree for both President Salva Kiir and Dr. Riek Machar
to put their name in ballots?
Run for presidency.
I would agree.
Okay, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
We are asking questions. This is public opinion. That's what we are doing. I'm not saying that is
absolutely.
I did not say that it is not their right. It is their right. It is their right to run. It is your right. It is my right. It is everybody's right. But their public opinion matter. You know that, right? We are asking this question. We want to see how people feel about them.
That's simple. So I would agree. I would agree for them to run. Okay. For them not to run, it determined by their political affiliation. SPLM have a right to tell Salva Kiir, you know what? Because of what happened in the past, we will not allow you to lead us. We will choose a different leader. IO have the same right. Okay. But totally, I would agree that they have the right to run. And then, thank you.
Okay, thank you, brother. Thank you so much for coming on and airing your perspective.
Yeah.
Kulia. فنان ده اسمه أليكس تابان هو كمان كوميديان يا جماعة اللي نازل ما عارفين. Hello. How do you say your name?
Hello.
How do you say your name, brother?
Well, my name is Leah.
Kulia?
Yeah, it's Kulia, but my real name is Leah.
Okay, no problem. I just wanted to say it right, you know, from you. That's why I asked you. So, in 1-2 minutes, what do you want to add? Because the question is already there and ask people actually to vote for that question.
Thank you, Jongkor. It is my pleasure actually to be part of your show today. I've been actually your fan for so long, and it's actually a very great honor to be actually participant today in your show.
Correct.
Actually, going quick to your question, I would say that I can agree that both the president and
Actually, Ilya, I'm
yeah.
not asking people their opinion in live, actually. I thought maybe you want to add something. I'm asking people to vote. That's what I, what I suggest with the question, actually. But if you wanted to add something, absolutely, you are welcome,
No, but if you just want to, if you just want me to say yes or no, because based on your question now,
No.
it
I didn't say
seemed like.
yes or no. What I said, the question is out there. But if you want to add anything, you are welcome.
Thank you so much. I would say that I agree that both of them have to participate, have to actually go for election if they feel like they want to actually compete, or if they want to participate in the election. Because first of all, they are South Sudanese and we are in a democratic country. And who are we actually to say it? If anyone is dreaming like is participating, you want to participate in election, we don't have to actually say that you are not actually allowed to participate in election. But based on their record, we have known now that
we did not say they are not allowed. We are asking.
Sure.
We are asking public opinion. What do they think about these two leaders? Should they run for election in 2021 or not? This is
Yes.
a survey. This is a public opinion. Everyone can give their opinion. Like you gave your opinion now, and you say, "Oh, they should run because they are citizens." Yes, constitutionally they have constitutional right as a citizen of South Sudan to run for an election. We are not preventing. We are not saying no, they should not run. We are asking questions to the public. That's what we are asking. That's all, and then people will vote. Like I said. Okay.
Yes, as to me, yes, let them run for election. Because you see now, we are blaming Salva Kiir because he is the president, not because of his actually ethnical background or whatever anyone is blaming him for. We are blaming him that he is our president, and if anything is going wrong in the country, is responsible. And the vice president is actually complaining that if it were me, I could have actually do better. And if the citizens agree that if we give chance to this man, he can actually do better, why don't we try them? And if you, Brother Jongkor, is also dreaming like you can also do better than the two guys, why don't you run? It's not a matter of who is actually dreaming to be a president. It is a matter of who actually can convince the citizens of South Sudanese to do better than those two guys.
What they can offer.
But as to me, as to me, I have to agree that they have to compete. They have to actually participate in the election. They have to go for election.
Okay. Thank you, brother. Thank you. We got your opinion. It was good.
Thank you so much, Sam. Thank you so much, Mr. Jongkor. Bye.
Ya Jama, dear brothers and sisters, the question is right there. Go ahead and answer. If you agree, push number 1. If you disagree, push number 2. It's very simple. Considering the election in 2021, would you agree or disagree for both President Salva Kiir and Dr. Riek Machar to run for the presidency or to be in ballot box? Do you agree or you don't agree? If you agree, push 1. If you disagree, push number 2. And I think that's it. So it's very simple. We almost. James Mabut, come in and just 1 cent, and then we ready to go, brother. Okay. Calling you now, James Mabut. James, how are you? Good.
Good. Careful.
Alhamdulillah. Good to see you.
Yeah.
1 to 2 minutes. What do you want to add, brother?
I just need to add
2 minutes. Go ahead.
That they will run because that's the system in Africa. But if it was in West where we live, they will never run because they will know they already will not get any vote. But in Africa,
okay.
Thank you.
So you actually what is your sense here, my brother? Before I let you go.
Yes, I know that 2021 that election will hold because of two things. If last time we hear what Museveni say about joke, when he say joke,
so you don't think election is going to be held?
Will be held.
Okay.
Yeah, will take place because nothing will. They already make agreement, and the consequences of but that they will hold themselves to get out from the mess.
Okay. All right. Hey, James, thank you, my brother, for coming in and adding 2 cents. Let me go ahead and bring other South Sudanese here because this thing it's just a pool survey that I'm trying to conduct here. But I'm more than happy, to add anyone for... Your camera is off, Teresa. Please turn on the camera. Yep, the camera. So you can't bring Teresa to the camera. Can you send me a request, Teresa? Send me a request. Teresa, if you're still there, send me a request, please. All right, here we go. Hey!
Salamat. Hey, Jongkor Cave.
Alhamdulillah, Teresa. This is a quick survey here we are doing. We want to make sure what people think, their observation. So go ahead, my sister, with your 2 cents here.
Yeah, can you hear me well first? Because
I hear you very well. Fantastic.
Yeah. Yes. So just first of all, let me thank you and greet all your viewers. For the question, I must say I can disagree and agree at the same time.
No problem.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. I say I can disagree and agree at the same time.
No problem.
If I will disagree in a term that those 2 gentlemen, we had enough of them. The destruction of this country caused by them, by their party. And I will agree in a sense that they have their legitimate right as a citizen of South Sudan to go for election. But this also will determine by the people if there are some people actually going to vote for them. But for me, I will give them 0 vote because they have messed up the country. And we need to give a new generation to come for election, to go and also be the candidate there. And Kiir and Riek, they are not the only South Sudanese leaders, or they are not the only South Sudanese leaders. This is my my sense, 50 cents that I want to give it to you. That's why, yeah. But for the election itself, I don't think that this will happen, because this will always be determined by the implementation of this agreement that they are actually calling others that they are terrorists. So let's see that if they will actually implement that agreement first, and then we will see if there will be an election. Thank you, my brother Jongkor.
No problem. And tomorrow, actually, don't miss, because tomorrow we're going to have that interview with the director of legislation in South Sudan National Legislative Assembly, Sabiqan, and a spokesperson of Waniga.
Yeah.
And Waniga actually have called, have said that those who are not with peace, they treat them as terrorists.
You know, and I want to say that he forgot that the U.S. already called the SPLM and terrorist organization. So how come the vice chairman of the leader of the terrorist organization calling others that they are terrorists? Thank you, my brother. This is not our topic anyway. Bye.
We find out. Thank you.
Okay, bye. Bye.
Okay. Okay, let me go ahead here and see ya, Jama. Please go ahead and vote. We almost, zaman bitana machine take a lot, 20 minutes, you know, so we can wrap it up. If you want to have sense, you wanted to add, you are highly welcome to this special episode. So let me go ahead and play some music, South Sudanese songs, and let's go for that. Maybe I will do this, you know. That's the Mundukuru song. Maybe some people will like it, some people will not. No. Okay, if anyone else wanted to add their sense, go ahead and vote. Go ahead and vote. We're almost about to finish. Don't forget our program tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow. I'm going to have that live interview with the director, the former director of legislation in National Legislative Assembly of South Sudan, and also the former spokesperson of Waniga. So it will be here tomorrow. You need to send me a request, actually. You know, instead of saying call me, just send a request, push the green button, and then it will bring you here. Go ahead and do that. Okay. Please go ahead and do that, and I'll bring you in now. So, push the button. Push the button. John Maluk. John Maluk, good to see you. How are you? Hello? John Maluk, do you have a network problem? I can't hear you. Yeah, I'm sorry, we cannot hear you. Can you, put the volume up?
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
In the election of 2021, has an individual opinion. They do have a right to put their vote, but my concern, would they get the vote? That could be the issues. They do have the right as a citizen to put their name on the vote, but the issues is, would that election be fair? Oh, that will be, because it's gonna be harder for us to get the fair election, and that is the where mess will start. But in my opinion, they are the citizen of South Sudan, but would they get vote from Equatorian? Would they get vote from North of South Sudan? Would they get vote from other Barakazal? Would they get vote from Kafoita? Would they get vote from Lawnware? Would they get vote from those who are in the UNMIS camp? If we bring them out and tell them guy, let's vote for those people. Would they vote for them? That will be the question. And thank you very much, brother.
Hey, thank you, John Maluta. It was good to hear from you. As I said, you know, the question is right there, and I want people, you know, to read the question and vote. Considering the election in 2021, would you agree or disagree for both President Salva Kiir and Dr. Riek Machar to run for the presidency in South Sudan or to be in ballot box? So this is the public opinion. You just go ahead and put your opinion there. It doesn't hurt you anything. We wanted to know what you think, what other people think. Thank you, my brother John Malut, for coming on, you know, and airing your perspective.
Have a lovely
as well. So let me go ahead here and see who else, you know, wanted to be on this. We have a few minutes and we'll be call it off today. Okay. So attack Garang. Attack Garang. Attack Garang, I'm calling you right now. Go ahead and answer. All right, Attack Garang, I'm calling you. Go ahead and answer. It is a survey. So it looked like, my brother, you have a hard time with the internet. It's not connecting for you because it's still showing that adding up. All right. Does anyone want to participate? Just a few cents. But I want to remind you, our show is still on tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to conduct an interview with the former director of legislation in South Sudan National Legislative Assembly and also the spokesperson of the first Vice President Wani Iga. You know, after Riek Machar got fired in 2013, Wani Iga was appointed as the Vice President. And this gentleman actually started the job even before that because he was the director of legislation in National Legislative Assembly. So we will have an interview with him tomorrow. So don't miss that show. We are doing this survey today because last week we did kind of polling, President Kiir versus Riek Machar, President Kiir versus Paganamon, and so forth. And actually the results were very interesting. And that's why we want to see the public opinion, what people think actually about this individual to run for next coming election, if the election is conducted, you know, on time and properly, in fair manner. What do they think? What the citizen of South Sudan think? So that's why we brought this question. It doesn't hurt anything. Go ahead and push the button. Number one, agree. Number two, disagree. So let me go ahead and see who else wanted to come here. Attack, I tried, but it didn't work. But let me try one more time. Attack Garang, I'm calling you again. Attack, I'm sorry, it's not connecting for some reason. I don't know, but let me go ahead and see here. You can go ahead and send in your request, my dear brother and sister. We have 18 minutes to close, and if you want to participate, you are welcome, you know, to participate at this moment. This is just a public opinion. We are doing this. We want to see how people think, you know. All right, I'm calling a question. Go ahead and answer. Hello, good to see you. How are you, brother?
I'm very good, brother Jongkor. How are you doing?
I am doing fantastic. So, you want to add your sense? Go ahead for that.
Yeah, thank you for calling me. You know, as some of your guests suggested, both of them, they are South Sudanese boys and they all fought about this country. In my opinion, they have a right to put their name on the run, both of them.
Okay.
But it will depend for South Sudanese people to judge them. Okay. So that is one thing. Another thing, SPLM had a party. In my opinion, I asked President Kiir to appoint it or elected another candidate for SPLM contesting. And it's up to Riek Machar. Its IO will become an official
party,
so they can sit down and elect who has to run. So because both of them, their name is not good in the face of South Sudanese people, even though they fought for this country. So that was my opinion. But they have a right. But if that film fail to bring another guy or Salva Kiir don't step down and see the one who he trusts, it's up to him. So that is my opinion. Thank you so much.
Hey, thank you so much, Coach Brother, for coming on and airing your perspective as well. Yes, that's what I said. I asked a simple question. I'm not here today to criticize them. Considering the election in 2021, would you agree or disagree for both leaders to be in ballot box? Because we wanted to know, too, what our people think. They went through a lot of things, and this is an opportunity. Some people, they are asking me, why are you asking this question? Election is not yet. Yes, I know that election is not yet, but we are trying to practice the norms of democratic and fairness. So I want you to vote. If you did not vote, please go ahead and vote. Thank you so much for coming on. Let me go ahead and move on and call other South Sudanese who wanted to participate here. So let me check this one here and go for that. My brother attack. Like I try, but it looked like maybe your network Malaysian. I'm gonna try one more time as well. Tagarang. I know you are in Sweden. Sorry there. But I don't know. It looked like the network in Europe getting kind of troubling these days. I don't know why.
Hey,
good to
Mama.
see you a long time, man. Where you been? Huh?
Very, very long time around here.
You quit being in Facebook? What's going on?
I've been a little bit busy during the time that no one has saw me in Facebook for the long time.
Okay.
But I'm happy that I'm back now. And I'm so proud of you, my brother Jongkor. Really, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Good to have you, brother, and my regards to the family. Now, we have that question, Attack Garang. Considering the election in 2021, would you agree or disagree for both President Salva Kiir and Dr. Riek Machar to be in ballot box to run for the presidency of South Sudan? You can push number 1 to agree. You can push number 2 to disagree. It's up to you. Now, go ahead and add your cent.
You saw it already. I did it. I'm disagreeing.
Oh, you already voted? That's awesome.
I already voted.
Okay. So do you want to add anything, Attack Garang, today?
Come on, I didn't hear you.
I said, do you want to add anything? Do you want to say anything today?
It's not a lot of things we're going to add, because our political is not stable. And our people is not easy that we can take it like it's a stable thing. We're going to stable graph. So I'm not going to say a lot of things. Only thing that I'm going to say that I'm disagree. And I know there's some of my brothers that 32% agree on that.
Okay. It looked like somebody called you a Tagarang. I'm sorry, my brother. That's why the picture froze. So, no problem. Okay. It looked like somebody called you. But
yeah.
You want to say something else before I let you go? Because I have more people waiting here. And we left with 12 minutes.
I don't want to take a lot of your time, my brother. I'm going to say like this. I'm not totally agree on that. And time will show us.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. And we see you tomorrow. Don't miss tomorrow. Come. I'm going to have an interview with the former spokesperson of Wani Iga and also the former director of legislation in South Sudan National Legislative Assembly, His name is Mayan Dengdit. He's going to be here on Concerned Citizen of South Sudan. So don't miss it, okay? We'll see you tomorrow.
Sound good.
All
Sound
right.
good.
Okay.
Thank
you. All right, let me move here and see who is here next. KG Matayo. KG Matayo, I'm calling you right now. I don't know if I say the last name right. I hope I did. So KG, I'm calling you. Go ahead and answer that. We're left with a few minutes, Jama. So. KG, I'm calling you. Please go ahead and answer that. All right. KG, you look like it's not working for you. I don't know. Sorry, sister. Network sometimes can be problematic. Here we go, Taban James. Calling you.
Assalamu alaikum.
Ahlan wa sahlan, Taban James. Welcome to Concerned Citizen Special Episode. How are you?
I'm good.
And first of all, let me congratulate the congresswoman from Minnesota and also the congresswoman from Massachusetts who said, I am grateful for my loving family and persisters and resistors and agitators who made this moment right. She is an awesome woman. She won, and she's now heading to United States Congress. So a lot of women won. And also I have my good friend from Utah. He went to the same school, and I interviewed him actually when I was doing communication class in Salt Lake Community College, and he recommended me to be a journalist. He won. He won. Right. He's a good friend. He's going to U.S. Congress. He's a good friend. He won the election.
That's mean he used to see you all the time in the live video. That's why we recommended you. Thank you.
Before I start the live video, I did some, when you do a presentation and class and communication.
Oh, okay.
And I suggested to interview the mayor of the county. And I went for him and I asked him tough questions. And he said, oh, come on, man. Are you a journalist? And I said, no, I'm a student. And he said, you should go for journalism. And the guy, he went to the same school I went to, and the professor that he taught me, the same professor that taught him actually. Her name is Rebecca Larson. I am so glad. He became a U.S. Congress, the guy, So
I will join him, and then I will put my name. I'll encourage you to go for it because you're doing a good job. Fantastic
Thank you,
job.
brother. Now, so what? Taban James?
Yeah. I agree because one reason only. I think running for election is a right for every citizen of that country, and if we need to single somebody out not to run for the election, then we have to single the entire movement of the SPLM because he's the one who failed the country.
No, wait. Taban James, you said if someone, individual, has been singled out not to run, so that means we disable all the entire SPLM party or movement? That's what you're saying?
Yes.
Individuals are individuals, and the party.
Party. Yeah, but
I'm not suggesting that. I'm not suggesting that. We should make them quit. But we are asking questions on the eye of the public opinion. What we are trying to say, actually, I'm trying to ask a question that, considering the election in 2021, would you agree or disagree for both President Salva Kiir and Dr. Riek Machar to run for an election? So what I understand, actually, my brother, individuals has nothing to do with the party. The party can appoint whatever they want to appoint. I just want to add that. But the question we are asking, we are not telling them not to run, but we want to see the public opinion, what people think. So go ahead with your sense before I let you go.
Yeah, I think they have to run. You know, and then we will judge them. You know, by the ballot later. We will choose. You know, we will vote for them or not vote for them. That's our right. If you don't want them, and then, you know, show that in the ballot. But for me to say that not for them to run, that's I won't say that, because that's unfair. They're both citizens of South Sudan, and have their right to run. You know, that's it. I agree to run. You know, that's and you too, if you want to run, put your name there.
I don't know about that. But anyway, thank you so much, Taban James, for coming in and adding your sense. So let me move ahead and see other South Sudanese. We only left with 5 minutes. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
No problem, Jongkor.
Blessed
Thanks
day.
a lot.
So, yeah, Jama. Mavi Binia? Ladies? No? Shadrach. Okay, you can go there. I'm calling you Shadrach now. So, Shadrach, you sent in a request and then you did not answer it. So, yes, that actually Jongkor Jr. I mean, that was Jongkor Jr. Dal Mordid, I'm calling you right now. Go ahead and answer. I'm calling you, Dal. You know what, Emmanuel Ring? I can die at any time. We are not exempt from death. Anyone can die. But talking about the right or having opinion or asking a question, it should not be the reason for me to die. If you think that way, that's up to you, brother. But you know what? I know what I'm getting into it. So asking a question is not actually the reason for someone to just suggest that if you want to die and then continue asking questions about the election. No, we will keep asking questions and more and more and more questions, right? So it's not a big deal, you know. Let me go ahead and see who else requests. Reverend Kwan Malwal, I'm calling you now. Reverend Kwan Malwal, go ahead and answer that.
What are Jongkor?
How are you, sir?
How are you, sir? Akbar.
Oh, you think
it's not good. My sound?
Yeah, it
keeps hitting itself.
You know,
I have to delete my Facebook for a while.
No,
It's not.
There is something called sound on app. You send that one up on your device. And then you.
All right, well, I'll look that up.
Yes.
So now,
go ahead with
your 2 sentences before we close this thing. You know, just because President Kiir Mayardit wife burned her Walwala, it doesn't mean that Angelina Ten should be punished for Kiir Mayard burning her own Walwala. It doesn't add up. And I know some people like these ideas because they just don't like Dr. Riek for whatever reason is. Let them all go all else. When the reality is, a vice president, I mean, what does the vice president responsibilities within institution or any type of institution? Absolutely zero. And that's why you see them, they're running for presidency when their boss resigned from their duties. So why are we holding this guy account? Was it because of those guys who were killed in Jongkor? Or was it because he resisted 2013? What is it? There's no good reasoning here people are providing for this guy not to run. If he has the ambition to run, let him run it. And if you don't like him, don't vote for him. It is that simple.
Kwan Malwan. You are absolutely right. We did not say that. Riek and Kiir. We asked questions to get the public opinion. Simple.
Now, this public here, they're so emotional and they need jobs. That's the problem. They need to understand how institution runs. You know, just because the boss is failing doesn't mean that his vice president will not do well. Look at the United States of America.
Okay, now. You want both of them to
let them run. I personally know that I would never vote for Kiir even if I was blindfolded.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for that's what we want. People's opinion. I'm not judging.
Let people provide an educated reasoning, not nonsense. 1991, 2013, and that's why they should not do this. They still have the ambition. You know, just like if I went in and took somebody else's wife, and then all of a sudden you don't want me to run because of that person's wife. Well, maybe there's other people like me to run even though I took his wife. So what the hell does it any different of it make? It doesn't make any difference. So don't judge people from the outside. Judge them within. You know, when you have the opportunity to judge them such a voting, and then you judge them. But you cannot judge them while they're still sleeping in their own house. Again, if Kiir Mayardit's wife burned her walwal, I don't have to blame all the white women that they don't know how to cook walwal. That's her. She just doesn't know it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, for sure. Like I said, you know, if you want the sound not to repeat itself, you need to disable the sound on your app. That's the only solution you can do. Shadrach, I'm going to try again. Shadrach, I'm going to try again. If it didn't work, I don't know what to do because I wanted to close. Yes. All right, Shadrach, it looked like you keep calling, and then when I call you, you decline. I don't know what's wrong. Something wrong with your device. So. All right, Ajama, anyone else? Anyone else? I want to give the last chance to whoever, you know, out there want to make that sense, and then we close it up. Vote. Vote. Dora Bundit. Long time, brother.
Hello, Jongkor.
How are you?
I'm doing good. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, I hear you. We have to live with.
Okay, I'm out of the country actually, so I'm just testing if my internet is working.
It's working. Are you Africa? Europe?
No, I'm in Cairo, Egypt. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yep. Actually, I have voted, and my opinion is both of them should not run. But that's my personal opinion. You know, opinion sometimes it's not a fact. You know, it's just a personal opinion. Since you are asking South Sudanese view.
Correct.
Yeah. So me personally, I would think that they should not run because of what we have been through. Maybe it's time for them to step aside, and then maybe give other people a chance to see if they can salvage what is left out of the country. That's my personal opinion. And then just to add on that, just to elaborate a little bit.
Go ahead.
I actually, you know, like, if this peace is going to be implemented in letters spirit, as they always say it, then a lot of this should be able actually to answer themselves out. You know, it would actually determine whether these guys would have an agenda that they can present to South Sudanese, and we will have other participants who will also put in their personal opinion, and then South Sudanese will make that judgment to see whether President Kiir or Dr. Riek Machar are qualified to have that chance to be president. That's all I just want to add, and I just want to test my internet, and hopefully I will be able to join the show tomorrow.
Yes, you're working fantastic. Please, I want you to be safe. If you are heading home, and say hi to everybody. Good to see you. And with that, close it up. And tomorrow, actually, interview. Please join us. Your attendance is very important.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Have a safe trip there. Thank you so much. That was Dora Boone from Cairo. So, إلى هنا نصل وإياكم viewers of concerned citizens of South Sudan. As I said, you need to vote so we can see the public opinion of the people of South Sudan. So نحن نختم وإن شاء الله بكرة. Hopefully we will see you on that interview. We can interact together. You can have an opinion on our program. You're always being patient and on the top of every single موضوع نحن بنناقشه. أنا بشكركم كل الشكر. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful night if you are there in Africa, or good morning in Australia. See you tomorrow. No problem. Thank you so much.